Welcome to Class 6 CBSE. Today we are going to see lesson number 2, components of food. So in first lesson we have studied the introduction part of this lesson about the different components. So you are familiar with the definition, what are nutrients. So what are nutrients? The chemical substances or the components present in the ingredients of food which are required for the growth and maintenance of your body. So that is a definition you can remember for nutrients. So here we have a list of nutrients which are called as the components of food required for our body in correct proportion. So these are required in adequate amount, that is called as correct proportion. So that is named as balanced diet. So I have written a code to remember the name of the components what we have studied in lesson number 1. So we'll recall the name of the components. What are they? C, F, P, V, M. C for carbohydrates, F for fats, P for proteins, V for vitamins, and M for minerals. So all these nutrients are required in adequate amount or correct proportion for the proper growth and maintenance of our body, that is called as balanced diet. A diet which contains all these nutrients in correct proportion. So one by one we have to see now. First one, I'm writing here. What is the first one? Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. So what are the foods contains this carbohydrates? We have many foods having this component carbohydrates. So the staple foods like rice, wheat, all these contain these carbohydrates. And apart from that, potato, bread, all these also contain carbohydrates. So what is the main use of this carbohydrates? It is providing you instant form of energy. Whenever you require energy, these carbohydrates are utilized in your body to provide you energy. So it is very much essential to include in your diet. Otherwise, you will be feeling drowsiness, you will be feeling tiredness if you are not including this carbohydrate in correct proportion in your diet. So, you should remember carbohydrates are instant energy giving foods, and remember some examples for carbohydrate containing foods. So this is about carbohydrates. Moving to the next one. What is the next one? What is the next one? F. F for fats. I have included F after C. The reason is both are energy giving food. The first one is instant energy and second one is stored form of energy. So whenever you require energy in starved condition, for example, you are not taking food for many days. If your carbohydrate is completely utilized during your exercise, in that time, this extra energy which is stored in your body will be converted to the form utilized to give you energy, that is called fats. So where are these fats stored in your body? Under the skin layer. and around the heart and kidneys. So all these places, this extra energy is stored in the form of fat. Also, this fat is giving you warmth, the heat to your body. So this is the component called fats. So what are the foods giving you fats? We are getting fats from plant source as well as from animal source. So you can give examples for plant origin, like all the types of oils. All the types of oils like sunflower oil, coconut oil, mustard oil, all these oils are plant origin. Contain fats. Animal origin, all the meat products, some fish also contain. Then all the products what we are making from milk like cheese, ghee, butter, all these contain fats. So you have to remember some products which contain fats. What is the quantity is required for an adult person? 70 to 80%, or we can remember like 70 to 80 gram per day. 70 to 80 gram per day. So one day you have to include minimum 70 to 80 gram of fat in your diet. Fat containing food you should eat a day to get this much gram of fat to give you or to provide you energy. In case if you are taking more fat containing food and it is exceeding the limit 70 to 80 gram per day, what happens? You are going to face some heart related problems like heart attack. I'll be explaining to you how this is happening. You have arteries to carry blood to the heart. So this arteries contains blood vessels. The lining of this blood vessel is deposited by this fat layer, making it less thin, or we can tell this as it becomes narrow. So only very less space is given for the pumping of blood now because of this fat layer which is deposited here. So because of this narrow pumping of blood, the heart is more stressed to get more blood. This results in heart attack or any other heart related problems. So we have to control the intake of fat containing food. We should limit into only 70 to 80 gram per day. This is about fat. Always these fats are giving extra energy than carbohydrates. Moving to the third one, proteins. So what are these proteins? Our body is made up of billions of cells. These cells are made up of proteins. So proteins are very much essential for producing new cells. For the repair and replacement of old cells are done by proteins. So we'll discuss about proteins now. So the main function of proteins, it is growth and repair of our cells in our body. And these are called as body building foods. So if any questions related with what are body building foods, you should remember body building foods are the other names for proteins. And what are the sources of these proteins? We are getting proteins from plant origin as well as from animal origin. So all the pulses are giving you some amount of proteins. Then peas, then soybeans, all these are protein rich foods. Animal sources are meat, fish, milk products like paneer, then milk, eggs. All these also good source of proteins. What is the adequate quantity of proteins are required for an adult person? It is 50 to 60 gram per day. That means in a day you should include minimum 50 to 60 gram of proteins in your diet for the proper growth and repair of your cells in your body. And this is required more in children because children require more cells for the development of the body because they are in the growing stage. So more cells needs to be developed or formed in children. So we should provide more protein rich food to our kids. So this is about proteins. Next we'll move to vitamins. So now we have seen carbohydrates, fats, proteins. Next is vitamins. So these vitamins are type of essential component required for our body but very less quantity compared to the first three. So what are the main functions of these vitamins? First one is protects from diseases. So to fight against disease, we have to include this in our diet. Second one is for the healthy eyes, bones, teeth and gums. So these are the main functions of vitamins. Moving to the types of vitamins, we have a group of vitamins for all these functions. Each one has its own functions to perform. So the C vitamin groups A, B complex, C, D, E and K. So what are the functions of each one and what are the sources of foods giving these vitamins? We'll see you now. Now vitamin A, it's for healthy skin and eyes. And what are the foods giving you vitamin A? Papaya, carrot, mango. And many other foods are there. I have listed only very few examples to remember. So it is very much essential for skin and eyes. Second one is B complex. Why it is called as complex? A group of many types of vitamin B. It is called as B complex. It is included B1, B2, B3. Then we are skipping 4 and 5. So it is not, there is no continuity for the numbers. So you have to remember these numbers B1, B2, B3, B6, B12. These are called as B complex. So this is very essential to our body. Otherwise we'll be feeling tiredness. And what are the foods giving this vitamin B complex? Rice, wheat and liver. Who are not including this, doctors will be suggesting to take vitamin B complex tablets. Third one is vitamin C to fight disease. And what are the foods giving vitamin C? All the citrus fruits like lemon, orange, etc. and green chili. So rich in vitamin C. Next one is vitamin D. It's for healthy or strong bones and teeth. This vitamin D is always works with calcium. Calcium is one of the mineral. Calcium can be active only if we have enough amount of vitamin D in your body. This vitamin D we are getting from the exposure to sunlight and from milk products. Fish, egg are rich in vitamin D. Next one is vitamin E, having antioxidant property. It's very good for skin and it is reducing the free radical formation and skin cancer. And also aging process also. So this has to be included in your diet. You are getting this from all vegetarian oils, the nuts, green leafy vegetables. These are rich in vitamin E. Last one is vitamin K. The clotting of blood is related with this vitamin K. You don't have enough amount of vitamin K, the clotting process will be very slow. Once you get bleeding, the clotting takes more time if you don't have enough amount of vitamin K in your body. So you have to take all these sources like green vegetables, soybean, etc. Then soybean oil, etc. to get enough amount of vitamin K for the proper function of this, it is clotting of blood. So this is about vitamins. Next we'll move to minerals. We have all these minerals to include in our diet. Each one has its own function. So what are these minerals? These are one of the component which has to be included in our diet but lesser quantity. The first one is iron. Second, calcium. Third, phosphorus. Next one is potassium, sodium, iodine and fluorine. All these are the important minerals to be included in our diet. One by one we see now. The first one is iron. This iron is present in egg, meat, leafy vegetables. What is the function of iron? It is helping to produce hemoglobin, a red color pigment present in blood and carrying oxygen to different parts of your body. So if you are not including iron containing foods, hemoglobin formation will be a slow process in your body. Next one is calcium. Calcium always related with vitamin D. We have seen that for the strong bones and teeth. So this calcium is present in all milk products. Next one is phosphorus. Here phosphorus, it is also for bones and teeth. And it's present in meat, fish, whole grains. Are rich in phosphorus content. Next one is potassium. It is present in green leafy vegetables for the healthy cells, for blood and for muscles. It is very much essential. Otherwise, we'll be having muscle weakness. Next one is sodium. It is rich in common salt. For the proper functioning of nervous system, we require enough amount of sodium in our diet. Next is iodine. It is present in iodized salt. It is helpful for secretion of thyroid hormone, which is one of the growth hormone. The next one is water is present in the mineral called fluorine. Here from water we are getting this fluorine. Next is, what is the function of this? For making hardness to your teeth enamel and prevents dental caries. So this is about all the minerals. Apart from all these 5 types of components, we need 2 more things to be included as components of food which are not considered as nutrients. What are they? Those are roughage and water. Roughage is otherwise called as dietary fiber, and the last one is water. So what is the use of roughage? Roughage is present in vegetables, fruits, etc. It is adding bulk to your food, what you are eating, so that the bowel movement will be very easy and it prevents constipation. By having this roughage, we have very less risk to get bowel cancer and heart related problems. So we should include roughage in your diet. Next one is water. The last one is water. This water also is one of the component, but it's not a nutrient. We have to drink enough amount of water every day for the transportation of nutrients in your body and for proper sweating process, for the proper amount of blood formation, for the bowel movement, that is for proper digestion, proper urination. So all these things are related with water. So we have to drink enough amount of water. So by this we are going to conclude this lesson with all the components of food. This is part 1. Next, in part 2, we'll be seeing the different tests for fats, proteins, etc. and all the deficiency diseases related with all these components. Thank you.